programming is brought to you by Local Video Marketing.
One of the easiest ways to go ahead and get bands going into your exercise program is just start incorporating them into your flexibility program. They work well for stretching because they provide that passive overpressure that you can't get with body weight stretching or with just using a strap. Let's go ahead and take you through the 6 stretches that you want to go ahead and use to stretch out your hip. Let's take our left hip and let's take you through it. First stretch is going to be hooking the band onto your arch of your foot. Reach up, grab the band about 8 inches off your foot. If you want, put the band behind your head, reach down, pull down, and let's start pressing up. Real easy. Now the key is you want to press against the band, which is one of the advantages of using a band, is that it's going to be a resistance that you can push against to cause a contract, relax type stretch. Keep working into the range of motion as far as you can go. When you have to shorten up, you can grab the band closer to your foot and further it up in. Keep good pressure on the band against the arch of the foot so it doesn't slide off your foot, and keep moving there. That's stretch number 1. Stretch number 2, take the band, pull down on the left arm, lock out, and let's go over here and let's start working our adductors. You can always pull the band closer by bringing your knee into your chest and then just start lengthening that out and really stretching out your adductor. Don't hold this stretch, be active with it. That's another great reason why band stretching is effective, is because you can be so active with it. And notice, I'm always moving my leg around, not keeping it in the same spot all the time. I'm moving it all the way around, so that I'm really lengthening out that hamstring and that adductor. Now I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to reach up here, pull down a little bit. That makes this part of the band loose, makes it very easy for me to go behind my head. And now I'm going to work some hip rotation. So now I'm just stretching out my hip rotation. At any point in time, I can always make the band tighter by just simply wrapping it around my hand, shortening up the band, pull it here, lock it out, and now I can go into even more tension. That's stretch number 3 is the hip rotation. Hip abduction, going across my body. Now keep in mind, I want to keep that right foot tight against the wall as I'm going through the stretching, and I'm always trying to get further and further into my range and get my foot to go further and further into this direction, because that's where I'm lengthening out and that's where I'm the tightest. From there, I'm going to go into a hip flexor quad stretch by taking my foot through, wrapping it around, and bring it up. Now you're going to notice I'm putting my foot against the wall so I can go ahead and stabilize and keep myself tight here so I can lengthen out here. Get good separation between your heel on your right foot and your knee, and really open up and lengthen out that quad by going through a nice rotational stretch while the band keeps your right leg in hip extension. If you want to go into more of an advanced stretch for that, turn it, go the other way, pop yourself into this direction, take yourself up, make sure you pop up first, get your foot as far back as you can, and then slowly just try to go ahead and start working your way down. Nice and easy, lengthening out. Guys, hip flexibility and mobility exercises with a band are probably one of the best things that I've ever done to keep my hips mobile. You should go ahead and start incorporating them into your workout, and it's just one way to get RBT into your workout.
Dennis Chighisola's The Nature of Our Game ranks with other high-level essays, authored by the likes of Gladwell, Percival, and Coyle. It's an in-depth study of our game, it's about the challenges players face in the heat of battle, and it's about the things that influence the way players need to train, both off and on the ice. Get it now, and be well armed to answer almost any question that arises about our game.
In the context of this program, I'll define hockey-specific skills as skating, puck handling, passing, and shooting. And I'll suggest that each and every hockey skill can be enhanced away from the ice. Amateur ice hockey players weren't always so lucky as to have access to reasonably priced inline skates. But let me tell you that these are the answer to anyone who wishes to train almost any time they want. Please think long and hard on that one. Then, despite what you might hear about the negative effects of inline skating, let me share the real truth in accordance with our theory of transfer. From my perspective, the only real difference between this group of young skaters and more advanced ones is time on their blades. So, to worry about something as absurd as mechanics at this time is to lose out on an unbelievable learning experience. Notice this youngster, at about 6 years old, learning to do some of the more difficult hockey skating maneuvers. As you watch, also notice that his thick wheels provide a little more stability than might a thin ice blade. As a matter of fact, I find that this venue provides a great intermediate step or a first step whereby a new skill can be introduced in anticipation of eventually taking that movement to the ice. And here's a group of my youngest students in a summer hockey school. Again, this is a great intermediate step for them before they move to the ice. Furthermore, doesn't it make sense that the skills this youngster is developing are going to positively transfer to his on-ice game? Then, as far as mechanics go, yes, we want to be a little more careful when a player reaches a fairly advanced level. And it's at this time we want to be more specific in the use of inlines. For example, here, we're applying some resistance against each player's stride, and we're going to get a whole lot more positives from these exercises so long as we're careful to stay with decent skating mechanics. And by the way, the same thing would hold true with slide board use. Also, a high priority on my off-season, off-ice agenda is the infusion of new puck handling capabilities into my kids' bags of tricks. I especially love using quick-acting golf or Swedish stick handling balls for this, always seeking to really speed up my players' hand actions. These were scenes shot from my incredible stick handling series, and these are clips of my junior high school team during their weekly off-ice training sessions. Using special aids can also enhance passing and receiving skills. And of course, it makes sense that numerous off-ice sessions like these can really transfer strength and quickness to any youngster's on-ice shooting capabilities. Finally, I end this segment as I did the previous one, suggesting that we weigh the positives and negatives of any supplemental drill idea, and that we go with anything that offers more towards the plus side. Then, you ought to really love what I have in store next, as I detail in Part 5, ways for teaching positions without ice.
Hi, it's Kim Lukhard, Hockey Mom RD, and today I'm going to show you how to make hummus. You're going to need 2 cups of canned garbanzo beans. Go ahead and drain and rinse them. And then 3 tablespoons of tahini, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of oil, 2 tablespoons of water, 1 or 2 garlic cloves, about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Then you're going to place them in a blender and blend it all up together. I place all my ingredients in my 3-cup little Cuisinart blender that I have and blend it to the consistency that my family likes. And there you have it, your blended up hummus. You can use it for dips with vegetables, in a wrap, or in a sandwich, and my sons love it when I toast up some homemade tortilla chips that I make from cutting up like a large burrito flour tortilla. I put a little bit of oil on it, pop it in the oven, get them nice and crunchy, and serve it with the hummus. Go make it a great day, and let me know if you try this recipe. Happy skating till next time. This is Kim Lukhard, Hockey Mom RD.
parallel position, face to face, towards the attacker can easily be passed. If he stands side on, he can react quicker to the opponent's movements. The defender always tries to block the defensive line, which means that he constantly tries to stay between the ball and his own goal in order to prevent a direct shot at goal. The defender tries to take control over the opponent's offensive player by actively shepherding him. The defender picks up the movement of the offensive player and slows him down, driving him into an unfavorable position. He then attempts to win the ball. Attacking players should be blocked from entering the prime positions in the slot and forced into less favorable areas.
Next guy, go! 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 Nice, nice, go! 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 Nice, nice, go! Okay, whenever you're ready, go.
Hello and welcome to Talking Hockey with John and Howie. Here to bring you the latest on what's been going on around the NHL. Howie, how are we doing? Good. So what's been going on in your world? We haven't talked in a while.
Just working a lot. That's about it. Going to be working some more overtime this week. This week.
Yeah. So, yeah, not much going on here either. But it's hot. It's hot here.
Here too.
So the season is over, but there's still a lot of stuff that's going on. So let's just jump right on in. The biggest surprise for me through all this so far has been the Barry Trotz signing over to the New York Islanders.
Yeah, I would agree. I didn't know about it until the day the news came out that he actually signed with the Islanders. I did not even know he left Washington.
Right. And it just came out of nowhere for me. I thought that maybe he had already signed an extension and was going to be there. What a big change this is going to make for Washington now, because now they're in search of a head coach.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out and how it affects the team.
Both teams, right?
Oh yeah.
So, both teams. It'll be interesting to see what the Islanders look like now. And speaking of the Islanders, we've got the free agency coming up, and the where is John Tavares going to end up? Any ideas where you think he may end up?
I think he'll stay with Island. I think he'll end up re-signing. I think now with Frost coming in and them getting a new building and being able to play, I think they're playing 20 games this season at the old Coliseum. So I think he'll re-sign.
Yeah. And then we've had a lot of trades coming up to the draft or because of the draft. But we had Kovalchuk sign with the Kings.
Which is big. That's a big signing.
That was a big signing for them anyway. We had the Avs picked up Orpik and Grubauer from Washington. So good for the Avs.
Yeah.
And then Ty Domi going over to Montreal. Now, how old is he now? I mean, wasn't he one of the original Coyotes?
No, you're thinking of his dad, Ty Domi.
Oh yeah.
He played with Toronto.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So he goes to Montreal, and then we had just recently we had.
Dougie Hamilton
and Ferland traded to the Canes for Hannafin and Lindholm going over to the Calgary. Other than that, Howie, I really don't have anything else. So that'll wrap it up here, but you can catch our off-season show over at thepuckdropcheer.com. And we will catch you next time with Talking Hockey with John and Howie. We bid you all. I did.